We're standing on Cemetery Ridge, and behind me is the monument to the 1st Minnesota Infantry. Beyond that is the Pennsylvania Memorial. On the late afternoon, early evening of July the 2nd, this part of the Union line was in great threat. The Confederate attack, which was coming from my right, from the west, General Longstreet's corps, was driving everything before it, and there was very little infantry on this part of the Federal line. They were trying to hold this part of the line only with artillery. And General Winfield Hancock, the commander of the 2nd Corps, guided a New York infantry brigade right past me. They counterattacked against General Barksdale's Mississippi Brigade and drove them back, but it still wasn't enough. There was an Alabama brigade under General Wilcox approaching the position that I'm in unchecked. General Hancock rode up into this area, found the 1st Minnesota Infantry. It was only 262 men. He ordered their colonel to attack the entire Confederate brigade, which outnumbered him probably 6 or 7 to 1. The regiment made the charge. They lost 2/3 of their men. Hancock would say later, if I lost every man in the regiment, I would have done so, because the attack had to be made. By the end of the day, it was sacrifices like the 1st Minnesota, Willard's New York Brigade, that turned the tide on this part of the field. So despite outstanding fighting by the Confederate soldiers, it had been matched by outstanding fighting by the Union soldiers, and the Union Army still held all the key terrain. They held Little Round Top, and they held Cemetery Ridge, and the Union left was secure.